shocked because I'm like, wow, I could never form a sentence like that. If we're being honest, I definitely threw this book across the room. Hello besties and welcome back to my channel. So this is such an exciting video. I feel like this video is just such like a core video for booktube. We are doing a 24-hour readathon. I am going to be doing the timer method because realistically cannot do it for 24 hours straight with other things I have going on. So we are going to do the timer method. Oh, the last time I did this, I feel like this took forever, but I've just been really slacking on my reading game, so I hope that this is good motivation for me to read more than I have been, because this entire year so far it's just not been going good. So yeah, I wanted to do this when I'm finally feeling like out of my slump and like I want to read just a ton of books. So that's what we were doing. I have a ton of books on my radar right now. I am literally in the middle of, hang on, let me look on Goodreads and tell you how many books I am in the middle of. I think it's like 7. I would really like to finish some of the books I'm in the middle of because I feel like it's just annoying. Okay, first book I am in the middle of is I don't know, by Lynette Nani. This is the fourth book in the Madoran Chronicles series. I feel like this one I definitely want to get to. Oh my god, I'm literally in the middle of 9 books on Goodreads right now. And then we have One Day by David Nichols. This book, if we're being honest, I definitely threw this book across the room. But yeah, I am like 30 pages into that and I don't know if we're gonna get to that one. A Fragile Enchantment. This one I think I'm like probably 50 pages into. This one we might get to. And then Light Lark. This one I'm like 100 pages into. This one I might finish. I don't know. I'm just having a really hard time getting into that book. I'm also in the middle of Crest, the 3rd book in the Lunar Chronicles. I don't think I've read more than a chapter, but that could be a fun one. Everything I Know About Love. That one I'm like 100 pages into, but I really have no desire to read that. So I have already started the 24-hour challenge. This is like filmed after, but I am 100 pages into Happily Never After by Lynn Painter. So this is going to be the first book we are reading. So you're going to see me starting it here. I also put a hold at the library for the second Stalking Jack the Ripper book. I literally don't know what it's called. That should be ready today or tomorrow, I think, because I was first in line. That never happens. That never happens. Okay guys, quick little update. Here's the timer. I read for like 20 minutes-ish. I made it to page 34 and I am really addicted to this book right now. I just love Lynn Painter's writing because it just starts out so fast-paced and has you hooked from the beginning. I'm gonna get some work done and listen to the audiobook now and literally look at my bookmark. I'm really excited. That basically starting out, our main girl Sophie was like on the altar of her wedding and Max objects to the wedding because her husband's a cheater, and now they are kind of working together to object other weddings for people who like are in bad situations, and I just think it's really fun. I don't think this is going to be a book I think about every day, but I think it's going to be such a fun time, and it's under 300 pages. Hello. It's a little update time. Okay, I am on page 98 of the book. It is going super fast and it's just been a blast so far. I'm having such a good time listening to it. I'm going to put some clothes away and kind of clean my room, which you'll see in another video that might be up before this. I don't know. You'll know. As for the timer, we have 22 hours left. It's going great. I definitely want to finish this book today because since it's so short, I feel like I could actually do it. And I just have a lot of like audiobook tasks to do today, so that is that. I literally just put my headphones on and started listening, but I thought of something I want to say. So one thing that I'm liking with this book is the main girl especially is very like blunt. Like when they had a moment, she straight up asked him next scene like, yo, like what was that? Whereas in a lot of books I feel like they just beat around the bush. Like they don't talk about the moment I had, and with that don't act on it, and I feel like that just adds like a lot of extra, you know, back and forth with them. So I feel like this one might be kind of different than other romance books because it's just very like straightforward, I guess. That's that. It's been really fun so far because we've saw a couple wedding crashes, and it's just really fun because I feel like Lynn Painter's writing especially makes those scenes so like funny and interesting. Okay, I'm now on page 193. I'm gonna finish it hopefully sitting down right now. Timer. I feel like it's starting to lose me a bit now after what just kind of happened with them. I don't know, but I'm still enjoying it and I'm still gonna binge it right now. So let's finish this book and see what the timer gets down to. I feel like this book's like so fast, so the timer's not really like down a lot yet. I feel like this is going a little fast. Like we didn't even get like insight really into this, and now it's just like, whoa, hey. It's epilogue time. Okay, I'm reading AJ Fickery. I'm on page 30, literally page 30. 19 hours and 53 minutes left. This is on the back of the book, but if you don't want to hear like a plot point, kind of, or like the main, I'm guessing, plot point, but it's literally on the back of the book. So, he was drinking a little bit of wine last night, and he wakes up and realizes that his book was stolen. He pulls on a bathrobe and throws on his running shoes and just runs outside and yells to everyone, "I've been robbed!" I'm like, that is so funny. Like, you don't look for the book at all first, you just run outside, "I've been robbed!" Anyways, I'll move on. I did not know that this was where the book was going, but it seems really interesting. I feel like it's gonna be really good for our main character. Hey guys, so I haven't really read at all today or yesterday. Just been not even home at all. But I'm gonna read for probably like 10 minutes now because I need a break from editing my video that is going up tomorrow, which is the slump one. Ugh. It was like done, and then I remembered that I had 20 more minutes of footage somewhere else, so I had to. Anyways, you don't care. But I'm gonna read for a bit because I literally cannot. But here's the timer. Actually, maybe I'll read for 24 minutes and get it down to 19. But I'm on page 72. It's going so good. I will be finishing this today, even if it's like the last thing I do. I will be doing that. But I'm loving it. It's so good so far. I'm just so intrigued about where the story's gonna go and like what really happens, because I truly know nothing about this book, really. I read literally a paragraph and then I stopped because we have to talk about something. He mentioned James Patterson and says James Patterson, or whoever writes for James Patterson. Dude, can we talk about James Patterson? Like, if someone knows about this, let me know. But like, literally, you go to a Half Price Books or like the library, especially, freaking hundreds of James Patterson books. I'm like, how? Let me know, because this James Patterson probably has, no, let's look it up. We are so looking this up. I did pause the timer for this because I knew it was gonna be like a tangent. Let's look up how many books James Patterson has wrote. How many books has James Patterson wrote? It says 200 books since 1976, but I feel like there's more than 200 now. And it's from Wikipedia. Like, Wikipedia is like, you know. Okay, but imagine, okay, this says 13 books in 2012. Like, I'm sorry, that's like insane. Most authors barely even do one a year. That's crazy. We just got plot twisted. What? Page 168. Here's the time update. I'm definitely gonna finish this now. I have like 100 pages left ish, so hopefully we'll get the timer down like 2 hours, an hour and a half more. One thing with this book that's been kind of interesting so far is the pacing. I'm liking it, like, it's fine, but it jumps around a lot. Like, we've already covered 12 years-ish. It's like big jumps, like we just jumped probably 8 years when I flipped to the next page, so that's a little interesting, but I'm liking it so far. My eyes caught something on the next page and I'm very intrigued because, big question mark. No answers, of course. God, this is sad. Oh God. I think I have like a few pages left. I can't even see the pages. Why am I crying? Why am I so sad? Oh my God, fine, I'll give it 5 stars. I'm about to tell you what book I started, and no one is gonna guess it because I never thought I'd read this. I want to be able to finish another book tonight, which I don't know. Here's the timer. I'm listening to it on Spotify. I'm not that far at all. We'll see if I can finish it. I really want to because I want to get the timer down some and just, you know, feel successful. And when I finish this series, I'm going to feel like I just won. I don't even know. I'm on chapter 9, which is like page 91, so I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm gonna do my reading journal for a bit, which is gonna be in a different video, so you're not gonna see that. But for a time update, we have 16 hours left, so let's get some time done. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am finally almost done with this series. I'm on page 148, and this is so repetitive and just like drug out, but the only thing keeping me going is I'm gonna be done with this series. I finally finished the Shatter Me series. This much of the book is like extra stuff, so anyways, that's finally done. Timer update, 15 hours left. I'm gonna start the Bodyguard, I think. I've wanted to read this forever and haven't done it, but I'm really excited. I'm sorry, but this is incredible. Hey besties, so I want to do a little update. I'm reading The Bodyguard, as we know. Page 76, I'm loving it. I'm literally loving it. I'm giggling my feet. I'm giggling and kicking my feet. But the premise of this one is she is like works for this like bodyguard agency type thing, and she gets assigned to be this like super famous actor's bodyguard, and they have to fake date because it's like they don't want people to know that she's his bodyguard. But I'm loving it. I'm gonna eat some. It's gonna be a great time. Okay, one thing about this book is like you can tell like where I'm at right now that they don't have any intentions of getting together. Like a lot of other romance books, like you can like feel the like that they want to be together, but this one I feel like she's done a good job of like not making it, I guess, obvious that they're gonna get together, even though they obviously are. But you know what I mean? Like the vibes are just strictly platonic, but like in other books you always feel that there's more. So this is different. This is so sweet that it hurts. I feel like I'm getting flashbacks to last night when I was sitting here crying, and it's gonna happen again. Let's turn this around now. I feel like we're at the point where things are kind of taking a dip in the road for the couple, you know? Why is this person so mean? Why are you even here? I was completely thinking something else was happening. I'm scared to continue. I thought it was like a switcheroo type thing. No. I was gonna kind of question if I should stop reading the red. Yeah, no, I'm finishing this book. Ignore how I look because I just washed my face and did everything. But I'm going to bed. Here's an update on the timer for today. 12 hours and 26 minutes left. We are almost halfway, and I've already finished a ton of books. They've all been pretty short, but you know. Tomorrow we have some options. We could read. I bought Caught Up, and I forgot what it's called, but I'll put it here. And I also got Stalking Dracula from the library. So we have a lot of good options. Whatever I'm in the mood for, I'm leaning towards this fantasy one. Hey guys, it is the next day. We are almost exactly halfway done. I have started Half a Soul. I just saw Rachel Catherine read this, and I think she got the rec from Katie Who's Reading, and on Goodreads they both gave it 5 stars. So Half a Soul, which is a Regency fairy tale. It doesn't say the author on here, but yeah. So I do have high expectations so far. It's like kind of slow and confusing, but I've read like 2 chapters, so that's to be expected. I really want to get the timer down to like 11 hours. I don't know, I feel like I haven't read it at all today until now, and it's already 5 o'clock, so we'll see what gets done. Hey, I don't think I said what this is about, but it's like fantasy. It started off, some dude was like, yo, like, I'm stealing your soul, but he only took half of it, so now she like can't feel emotions like fully, and like when she should feel something, she doesn't. That's where we're at now. I don't really remember anything else. I remember Rachel talking about it, but I can't remember what the plot was, but yeah. Come here. Come here, Zeus. Hi. There he is. Okay, hey guys, it is Tuesday. I think we're almost a weekend. Is the 1 week thing Thursday? I don't know. But we have 11 hours left. Today, I don't have much like sit down and read time, but I will have a lot of audiobook time because I just have a lot of like computer tasks that I could listen to something during. So I'm gonna hopefully listen to a lot of a book. I don't really want to start a new book on audio because I feel like I'm gonna be like slightly distracted, but I have been reading Lightlark for literal months now. I'm on page 98. I literally stopped in the middle of a chapter. Like, that's how you know I was not having it. I've listened to a little bit of this and read most of it, but it's just, I am having such a hard time getting into this book. So I hope that by listening to like probably 2 hours of it minimum, I should get into it and maybe come close to finishing it because I am sick of reading this book. Like, it's just in the back of my mind just that like I need to finish this, and yeah. But like, I don't know why I'm not into it. Like, it has everything I like and just like good vibes, I feel like, and the idea of it's really interesting, but I just cannot get into it. So I would love to finish this in this challenge, we'll say. But I am really liking Half a Soul 2. It's kind of giving me the vibe of like Divine Rivals, One Dark Window, and there was something else. There was another book it was reminding me of, but I can't remember. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of unique, and I feel like, is it a love triangle? I don't know. I'm not sure who I like the most yet. Anyways, I'm gonna do some other work, aka watch an hour-and-a-half long video and take notes on it, and then we will get to the fun stuff. Well, fun, but like I can listen to an audiobook during it, so that makes it fun. Anyways, let's get this done so I can read. I just listened to a full hour and it was only like 50 pages, and I listened on 1.5, 1.6, or 1.7. This time I was doing 1.5 because I was like doing stuff, and this story I have not been able to get into it. I still cannot get into it. I was just spaced out the whole time, basically only picking up little things. But wow, I feel like this book is never ending and that I'm never gonna get through it. Guys, I just did something bad. I just left the timer running for an hour when I wasn't reading. So it's at 8:35, but I was actually at like 9:50, I think. I'm gonna just start a new one because otherwise I'm gonna get confused. I started this new one. I'm being honest. I could have lied to y'all, but I didn't. Hey y'all, so I really want to finish this tonight. I'm on page 163 out of 298, and normally on this there's like pages of like extra stuff. It's going pretty good. Again, like I said, like I'm not super into it, and honestly I thought this was gonna be like a really high rating for me. This is like a more like Regency, like old-timey type book. Like, she talks really properly, but I'm just like so impressed with the way she talks because I'm like, wow, I could never form a sentence like that. How she talks, it's just so wellly articulated. I just like feel like an idiot like talking after like reading how they talk because I'm just like, I mess up my words so many times. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'm not like loving the romance, honestly. I thought at first it was gonna go in a different direction and I was really down for where it was going, and now it's kind of flipped and I'm like, I don't know. I literally have no clue. I think this is the series. I don't even know if we'll get like a finality with the romance, but yeah, I'm gonna keep reading and hopefully finish this. As for the timer, I wanted to be done with this by tomorrow, but there's literally no way. I might have some audiobook time tomorrow, but I'm just not really enjoying Lightlark, so it's like hard to like want to listen to it because when I do, I'm just like completely spaced out, not processing anything. What? That was me. Headphones on, ready to listen to Lightlark and do some things, get some work done. Now you have to pay for it on Spotify? I was literally listening to it last night. What the actual heck? Are you kidding me? That's so dumb. I literally have a screenshot of me listening to it last night. And now it says I have to buy it? That is so dumb. I'm never gonna finish this book now. Now it's, oh wait, maybe I'm in jail. Am I like out of minutes? You can't buy audiobooks in the app. This is so dumb. I'm so mad now. I was gonna start this and listen to the audiobook, but they have every book in the series except this one on Spotify. I haven't been in a good mood all day, and this is really just not helping. Time for a little update. So I started Hunting Prince Dracula by Carrie Maniscalco. I have made it to chapter 10 today just from audio. I do have the library book, so I can read it physically, but I've been really enjoying the audiobook. I think I read Jack the Ripper probably over a year ago, so I don't remember it fully. I do want to look up a summary, but I'm really enjoying this so far. The setting is so intriguing and the characters are so intriguing, and I'm loving it. I really wanted to finish Half a Soul tonight, but honestly, I don't think that's gonna happen. 100 pages left. I don't think that's gonna happen. I'll try though. I'll probably have a little bit more audiobook time unless I decide I want to watch YouTube or something instead. Anyways, bye. Hey guys, update time. So I technically finished Half a Soul because it was literally 237 pages, and now there's like a short story, so I'm technically done with that. I don't really care about the short story, but I still like want to finish it. Like I'm not gonna be able to just close out the book, but so I have 50 pages ish left of that, and the timer is at. I'm kind of starting to feel slumpy again. I think it's just like this book, honestly. Like, I thought I was gonna enjoy it a lot more than I did. It's still really good, but hopefully finish this up, knock some time out, and then maybe continue stalking Dracula, or I'll start something else. Who really knows what we'll get up to? I might, I don't know, because I'm liking stalking Dracula, but I kind of want like a fluffy rom-com. I'm eyeing Butcher and Blackbird right now. It's always like interesting going from like a book you like fully listen to audiobook to reading it physically, because I'm starting stalking Dracula for the first time physically, and these names, like, since it's kind of like a fantasy mystery, I would not have said these names this way or like thought that's what they were. So I'm like, who's that? Do you guys feel like that too? But also I'm liking this because I think there's like graphics in here. I've never seen that map, but now I get to see it, and there's pictures in here too, which I'm liking. Something fishy's going on, and I don't know what it is, but we're gonna find out. This is so interesting because we kind of got introduced to a new part of the story, and now with what just happened, there's like more to it, you know? But I don't know what. Hey guys, it has been such a long time since I've read. It is now Tuesday. So apparently there's 3 books out today that I want to read. So I am probably not going to finish stalking Dracula because I really want to read the new Sarah Adams book, the new Holly Jackson book, and the Abby Jimenez book. I didn't know they all came out today. If I would have known that, I would have been camped outside of Target at 7 a.m. But here we are. So here's what the timer's looking like. I would love to finish this today, but it's not going to happen. Hopefully tomorrow though. So I'm going to go pick up those books, and hopefully we can finish one more book in this time. Yeah, I did not know those came out today. I am so mad at myself for not knowing. I gotta go get those right now. Hey guys, little update. I started the reappearance of Rachel Price. I'm only 2 chapters in, but so far I'm like really hooked and want to keep reading, but I do have to leave for a good amount of time. This isn't really going how I wanted it to anymore. I feel like the first like week I was doing like really good and reading good books, but I kind of just got really overwhelmed with life and just slumpy a bit, like life slumpy and reading slumpy again. But yeah, here's an update. Probably won't be able to finish this book with this because low-key it's kind of long. It's like over 400 pages and the text is low-key really small, but I feel like I still want to finish it for this video just because I don't like the idea of like being 3/4 the way done with a book and ending the video, you know? So that's the update. Hopefully I'll be able to read for like an hour more tonight. We shall see. I don't know if this is real or not. I always just read ahead like, no, you need to go back. I haven't finished this. Okay, I just got an email saying I'm in Spotify jail, but the audiobook's still playing. I got an email saying I've used up all my audiobook listing 5 minutes ago. So I was like, okay, when the chapter's done, it'll stop. I'm listening to the next chapter. I'm loving the audiobook though, so I ain't mad. Here's the I also listened to a full chapter without turning the timer on, so we're actually almost done. But I'm gonna finish this book for the video anyways, so. And I can't do that in 46 minutes. Duh! Oh god. The main girl in this, she's like a really interesting character to follow because she's very just like kind of negative and will say literally anything even though it's not nice. Like there's one quote, she was like, you know the saying like if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. She said if you don't have anything not nice to say, don't think anything at all. Like she just goes out of her way to say negative things, and like obviously she's been through a lot, but I'm just like this scene right here I'm listening to in chapter 36, I'm kind of like, honey, that's like a bit, I hope there's some like character development because OMG. I'm in the middle of like the reveal. You guys know what time it is. It is time for my final thoughts on all of the books I read. Starting off, I read Happily Never After by Lynn Painter. I think we're gonna go with a 3-star for this one. It was a really fun time while reading it and I really enjoyed the premise of it, but it's not something I really think about at all since I finished it, but it was still really fun. I really enjoyed how, like, the wedding aspect of it, I thought that was super fun, and just like the whole like vibe of weddings is super fun to read about, especially when they're like making it like comedic, trying to crash them. So I thought it was really fun. The characters didn't really connect with them, didn't really care, didn't really, you know, like love their romance a ton, but still just such a fun time and a great palate cleanser and just fast-paced book to binge. And then I read The Storied Life of A.J. Fickery. This one I think we're gonna go with a 4.25. When I first finished it, I was like 5 stars. Incredible. But I haven't really thought about it too much since, but while reading this, I just had such a fun time, and I feel like this book just has tons of like good kind of lessons tied into it and just really good characters that you follow, and I really just enjoyed the story we followed so much, and I loved all of the characters in the end and just all of the journeys they went on, and everything in the end had me sobbing. But I really want to read more books like this, so if you have any recs, please let me know. I loved this one. Again, super short and fast-paced, and this story really kept me on my toes, and I went into this pretty blind, so I didn't really know what was supposed to be happening, what did happen. So yeah, and I really want to watch the movie. I can't remember what streaming service is on, but I need to buy that one for a bit so I can, or rent this movie, whatever. And then I read Believe Me by Tahara Mafi, the last little novella in the Shatter Me series. This book, I feel like I've talked about it a lot, how the Shatter Me series isn't my favorite, and I felt like how after book like 3 it kind of fell downhill for me, but I felt like this did wrap up the story in a good way. I kind of would have liked if it would have been a little bit more extended, like not necessarily like pages wise, but timeline wise, like it just focused on like exactly after the last book ish. I wish it would have been like, you know, like maybe also shown like a year in the future or something like that, but this was fine. It was just a extended epilogue chapter that didn't necessarily need to be this long, but it was still a fun time. I think I'm gonna go with a 2.5 for this one, just because I can't really give it more because nothing really happened, but I did enjoy how it wrapped up and the finality of the story now. And then I read The Bodyguard. Finally, I feel like I've just been anticipating this book so much and just expecting to absolutely love it, so I finally got the chance to read it, and I'm so happy I did because it was such a fun time. I think I'm gonna go with 4.25 for this one. It was such a fun time, but again, like I just don't really think about it, but while I was reading it, it was incredible, and I really enjoyed the romance of it, and I really enjoyed how the girl in this was a bodyguard. I thought that her not only being a baddie was interesting, but also just her lifestyle and her job was super intriguing, and I really enjoyed reading about her co-workers and their kind of dynamic with her, and I thought that was super fun. And I really enjoyed this story, and I felt like it gave a lot of different vibes, like small towny but also like boss woman and just celebrity guy, small town to a little bit, so I just really enjoyed all the vibes that this one gave. The ending also was kind of crazy, I'm not gonna lie, and kind of unpredictable, but it was still such a fun time. And then I read Half a Soul. Okay, y'all, when I was getting these books together for this section, I don't own that book, but even then I completely forgot about it, which I feel like in the beginning I was really into the book, but I don't know what happened, but I just lost interest really in it. But I feel like bad because I felt so hyped up about it and that I was gonna love it, but I ended up not really caring about it. So I think we're gonna go with 3 stars for this one because I did enjoy it and I really liked the premise of it, but I just literally haven't thought about it once since I read it, and I saw it on my Goodreads and I'm like, I read that? That is that. I did really enjoy the premise of it and how she does have half a soul. I thought that was super unique and interesting, and the world that this was in was also really kind of cool, and I liked how it was like old-timey because I really enjoyed how they talked and just the properness of it and the ball aspects. So I thought that was super fun, but I didn't really love the romance, honestly. I did like some of the side characters,